Was flying some quads with some friends tonight, so I figured this video would be kind of fitting. I'm also going to make another video about just all the things we can do to keep from losing our models. So this is going to be a little review and look at the Armattan buzzer, the Hellgatefpv buzzer. And a lot of people have had it. A lot of reviews are out there. You know, it's like 30 bucks, and it's kind of a set it and forget it type of deal. It's not like the Drone Keeper or anything like that where you have to move from quad to quad. You can kind of just wire them up and let it go. Could get another expensive, you know, when you start adding all of these $30 things to all of your quads, you know, like crossfire and this and that. Things kind of start to add up, even though this little buzzer could save you money. So the whole purpose of the thing is that it has its own battery power. So it runs just like a regular buzzer. You wire it up to 5 volts to a switchable buzzer pad that pretty much every flight controller has. This is the Tempest F4 that I use on my Epic that Richard recommends and love it. Easy to use. So it's got the pads right there for the buzzer, and then you also wire up to a separate ground. And it's cool because if your battery ejects, it's going to beep. And this combined with like DVR, you know, you gotta like layer security. I mean, you know, the person I was flying with tonight didn't have his DVR on, didn't have a buzzer hooked up, anything like that. His battery ejected. I mean, what do you do in those situations? You know, I have recently made a lot of changes to my so-called drone security, so that way I hopefully will never lose a quad. Not saying that I won't be able to retrieve one, but hopefully I will never lose one. But, you know, the reviewers are pretty much right on with this. It's not that loud. The only benefit is that you wire it up and it keeps on working. You can wire up a servo connector and move it from drone to drone if you want to, but that's just kind of like, well, I don't know. So I'm going to turn on the TARANIS here, and we'll just plug in a battery. So right away you can hear that it makes all the sounds that a normal buzzer does. The thing is, though, is that with Betaflight 3.3, I'm not sure when this started, you know, you don't even need to hook up buzzers anymore to our ships because we have D-shot beacons built into them. So we have the regular old school D-shot beacon, which means that everything will start making a tone in a predetermined time, however long you set that. And then also you've got the beacon tone with the buzzer switch that you can turn on. So I'm going to flip that on right now, which is actually going to turn that buzzer on too. And that's all great if you have a battery power. That's the thing. Now, where this comes in handy is you crash, your battery ejects, and now you have no power. So this thing basically is set up, and it's going to chirp for, I think, either a minute or two, and then it's going to let off a beeping command. I think 4 or 5 simultaneous beeps every 5 seconds, and then after so many hours it moves to 30 seconds, and so many hours it moves to like 2 minutes. So it keeps on going on and on and on. So this battery could basically last for days. Depending upon how your flight controller and everything's wired up, it's either going to charge while you're plugged in to your USB if your flight controller will power things, the 5-volt rail with USB, or it's going to charge when it is plugged into a LiPo. So I'm going to sit here and wait for it to start beeping, and I will cut to the video when it comes back, and you'll get to basically hear what's going on. Oh, there it is. So that's it, and it's not that loud. If I turn on my TARANIS,
22 dB1.
I mean, my TARANIS is almost as loud as it is. It's no louder than any other beeper that I've ever had on any of my quads. That's just pretty much how it is. So, but it's going to do that for days, and that's helpful. So DVR, that beeping, maybe some lights or something like that, and you can get away with no extra expense or anything. You don't have to take it to the next levels with locator tags and all that kind of stuff. And now to disarm it, you have to basically plug in a LiPo real quick and unplug it. And then you heard that little beep there at the end, and that means that it is off and you're not hearing it beep anymore. So yeah, that's it. I mean, pretty nice. I think the price is a little steep. I don't understand why this couldn't be 10 to 15 bucks. I'm sure somebody else is going to do it for 10 or 15 dollars, but until then, this is pretty much what we got. Yeah, it's gonna help. That's really all I have to say. We'll talk to you guys later.